Hi friends and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is February 1st. I cannot believe it. And we have our first Easter video for 2024. But first of all, before we get there, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my precious Oliver. If you're returning, oh, we appreciate you so much. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number one. So for this DIY, I started off by taking this wood, or not wood, this long sign from Dollar Tree, and I cut it in half with my miter saw. After I did that, I put them together and I'm going to connect them using my giant craft sticks from Walmart, and I just used wood glue and hot glue for that. Then I used my Cricut and I printed out this basket shape. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, you could draw one out. I thought about drawing one out, but I didn't want to take the time because I knew it would take me a while. But what I did is I used Dollar Tree vinyl because that vinyl is not very sticky and I knew I don't use it very much. So I used that to trace it out. Then I took this hat from Dollar Tree, and you kind of have to just cut a little bit of the wires. Sometimes the wire is so stuck you have to just cut it, but for the most part you can just pull it to unravel it, and that's what I'm doing here. Once I got those little pieces of wire or plastic, whatever it is, I was able to get it all undone. So then I'm going to take this hat, this, I don't know what they call this material, but I'm going to hot glue it along the pattern of that basket, and I'm just going to go back and forth all the way up to the top. And I just draw a line of hot glue and fold it over on the end and tap it into that hot glue. And like I said, I went all the way up to the top. And then I'll just cut the end off. And I did put a little bit of hot glue down and kind of folded that end inward so it was a nice clean finished edge. Then I took some more of that hat and I'm just going to go all the way around the bottom part to cover kind of those rough edges. And then I'm just going to go over where the handle would be, just using my hot glue and tapping it all in. It was pretty easy, really. All of these that I did today are really easy. I did them very quickly. Normally, lately, I might get 2 DIYs done in a day. I got 3 and I would have got 4 done had I didn't have some stuff that I had to stop early for. So the other one I got done within not even an hour. I had the last one done. So these are really easy projects for you today. So I have some of this Easter grass, and I just took a little bit and I took a piece of that Easter grass, tied it around in the middle so it wasn't going everywhere. And then I just hot glued it. And then I took these little styrofoam eggs from Dollar Tree. I cut off the hanger, and then I'm just going to cut each of the eggs in half using my scissors. And after I had them all cut in half, I decided to go ahead and add a little more hot glue to the sides of this just to make sure that it all stays in place. And then I start hot gluing my eggs. Now I did turn my heat gun, or my glue gun, sorry, down to the low setting because this is styrofoam and styrofoam does melt. But I'm just going to hot glue each of these eggs so it looks like it's a basket full of eggs. And then I had 2 extra and they didn't really fit. And so I thought, okay, I'm just going to put them down here on the bottom like someone's got some eggs on the bottom. And, you know, it'd have been fun to add some of that Easter grass on the bottom or even moss. But anyways, it is what it is. I took some of this ribbon. This came from Dollar Tree a few years ago. I had it in my stash. I'm just making a little bow, doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it up in the middle and tying some twine around it to keep it in place. And then I decided to take some more of that ribbon. Oh, I'm going to cut the ends at an angle. It's kind of hard to dovetail that really thin ribbon. So I'm going to take some more of that ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it around that jute twine so you don't see it. So you just see the ribbon itself. And I'm just going to hot glue it in place, just like you see right there. And then that will be it for my little bow. And I was trying to think, okay, should I do something else? Should I paint the back a little bit? Should I add something else? But I said, no, I like it being simple. And so I just added a few holes using my wide mouth crocodile, and there's my little Oliver. He's been so lonely lately. I keep telling my husband he needs a little mate, but not yet, I guess. But anyways, so I let him get on my table and be close to me for a little bit. But I just used some more of that same ribbon to use as a hanger, and I just put it through those holes, tied knots, and trimmed off the excess. And that's all there was for this. Super easy, and I think it came out pretty cute. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, so today is hopping into Easter. I host a playlist with my friend Amanda with 6 kids and a glue gun on the 1st of every month. This month's theme is Easter. So make sure you check out her channel and make sure you check out the playlist. I'll have links to both in my description box below. Okay, here's DIY number 2. Oh, I love this one. It's so cute. So I had this in my stash for I don't know how long. I got it from Hobby Lobby on clearance for $1.99. I pulled the top off. I could tell it was kind of loose, so I pulled it off and I painted the whole thing with my plaster by Waverly. After that, I took my celery and a chip brush from Dollar Tree, and I'm just doing a distress coat all the way around the front. I do the edges and I did the back as well. And you could very easily, if you had a sign like this, and you could use any Dollar Tree sign, honestly, but I thought about making this a double-sided sign. I ended up not doing it, but I could very easily go and turn it around and put something on the back side and make it double-sided. It'd be really cute. So I added this rub-on transfer. I got this rub-on transfer from Essential Stencils. I bought it from them. I'm not a paid sponsor, but I love their rub-on transfers. They have some beautiful ones, and these bunny ones were just gorgeous, and so I had to get them. And so I'm just going to rub it on to my surface, not hard at all, and then just pull off that top layer. I just pull it slowly to make sure none of the transfers coming with it. Then I'm going to use these drawer pulls I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to paint that as well as the finial that came off the top with my plaster. Now, if you don't have a sign like this and you want to make it look like mine, you can buy finials like that or similar to that at Hobby Lobby, and they're not very expensive. So that's an option too. And you can just glue it on if you have just a Dollar Tree sign. It'd be really easy. So I'm taking those drawer pulls and I'm using wood glue and hot glue. I think it was wood glue. It was either wood glue or my Tight Bond Quick and Thick. It's Tight Bond Quick and Thick. So it's a multi-purpose glue, and I'm using that and hot glue to attach these drawer pulls as the feet on this. I just wanted a little elevation to it, and I just think it just gives it a little extra character that I really love. I'm using that Tight Bond again to just make sure that when I put this through the little, I don't know if they're nails or staples that's sticking through, that it just gives it some more adhesive strength. So I got those roses last year from Hobby Lobby. I kept buying them. I kept using them on all my DIYs, and I loved them, so I kept buying them. So now I have a lot. Anyways, I shouldn't say a lot. I have extra because I didn't use them all after I bought more. Anyways, I just glued them all along the top part of that finial, and look how adorable that is. I love it. It is so beautiful. Oh, you have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, I always like to take this moment to thank you subscribers because you guys mean the world to me. And if you're new here and you enjoyed today's video and you like home decor on a budget, I invite you to hit that red subscribe button before you go, become part of our YouTube family, and then make sure you guys give me that thumbs up and comment. Share this video with those you think might like it. Watch those ads, all that fun stuff. That really does help me. And if you'd like to find me on social media, you can find those links in my description box as well. Okay, DIY number 3. So I'm going to use this 14-inch wood round that comes from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to paint front and back with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. After this was painted, and now again, if you have the wood rounds from Dollar Tree, you could absolutely use the Dollar Tree one as well. But I just felt like that sign fits this better. Anyways, once that paint was dry, I covered it with my Mod Podge here, and then I'm going to set that aside to dry. And once I had this all covered, Almost there. I'm going to take this He Is Risen sign. This was in my stash. I got this last year from Hobby Lobby. I think I got it like when it was marked down to like 75% off. And then I had this tissue in my stash from Hobby Lobby, this tissue paper. I've had it for a while, and I just thought it was so pretty, and I thought this would look great. So once my Mod Podge was dry, I laid my tissue paper down on it. I put some parchment paper over the tissue paper to protect it. And then I'm using my heat press here to go over that tissue paper so that it reactivates that Mod Podge and causes the tissue paper to stick. I love this trick because you don't get any wrinkles really. Then I trimmed off all that excess, and then I went over it again with Mod Podge. Now, this is where you want to be careful, because if you put on too much Mod Podge, it will start wrinkling. It will start wrinkling, so you want to be careful. If that happens, you can do the heat press trick again, and it might help. I did I say this before? I painted that with my celery. And I painted the He Is Risen. I was going to go over it with gold, but I thought it might help it pop, but it didn't. So I just took my wax, my antique wax from Waverly, and went over the He Is Risen part. And then I sanded off the excess tissue paper. Now I'm using my Titebond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue. Can you tell I like saying that? And I'm going to go over the middle part. I'm just going over the back of all the letters. And then I'm just using my hot glue to go over the outside part of the leaves and flower. Now I did add a little gold around the flowers to give it a little dimension, but after that I hot glued some roses inside where those flowers were, and I thought I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't record it. But then I just made some holes, added a lace hanger, and there it is. I love this. It is just so beautiful. Oh, I love it. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, it is a time for celebration of your recreations. And we have these adorable hearts that Ellen Sue made. They represent her grandkids. They are adorable. And adorable Lisa, I love these mason jars. They are so cute, and I love the saying. If you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and I'm always thrilled to see what you guys are making. Okay, here's DIY number 4. So this is the one that I did last, and it went really quick. So I had these letters in my stash. They're from Hobby Lobby. I took an H and a P, and I painted both of them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Celery. After they were done, I took this strand of beads that I had from Dollar Tree, and I am going to make a circle. And I'm just kind of trying to check to see about how big I wanted it. I didn't even count. I just kind of eyed it. And then I'm just going to kind of move it down so I have a little more of my twine there for the rest of the strand. And then I'm just going to cut the twine off, and I'm going to tie a knot. I probably could have cut a little bit more, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough to tie this knot. So I'm going to tie a big knot in it, and then I'm going to trim off the excess, but you want to be careful not to trim it too close to the knot because sometimes the twine will come off. Then I'm going to make 2 more that are smaller. These are going to be the ears. These were 8 beads each. I'm going to do the same thing where I just tie a knot and trim off the excess. And then the second one that I make, I didn't have enough twine, so I took some twine that I had. This was from a hanger from a sign, and I just took the 8 beads and put them on there, and then did the same thing where I just tied a knot and then trimmed off the excess. So again, if you don't find these beads at Dollar Tree, and you could do this with any kind of beads and just string them with twine. Or like floral wire, you could use that too. So I took some hot glue, I put them all around the bigger round here, and I'm just going to place it in the middle there. It's kind of not really round, huh? It's a little lopsided, but I don't care. It gives it character, right? And then I took the ears, or the beads that are going to be the ears, and I'm just kind of placing them, making sure I know where I want to put them. I'm going to do the same thing, put hot glue on them, and I just kind of was pinching it together as I was hot gluing it. That way when I laid it, It was a little more oval and had the shape that I wanted. And that was so easy. I couldn't believe how easy that was. And then I took some of this ribbon. This comes from Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm just going to make a little bow with it. And once I make the bow, I'm going to dovetail the ends, and then I'm just going to hot glue this on to my little bunny that I created. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize I left so much of me playing with my bow in there. I can be a perfectionist when it comes to bows. I can sit there and play with it forever, trying to get it to look just the way I wanted. I usually cut that part out. Anyway, so after that, I'm just going to hot glue it in place. And then I'm going to hot glue my H and my P in place. Now, I probably should have used some of my Titebond Quick and Thick glue. I was being lazy. We had been cleaning the house all day. I was exhausted, and I just needed to get this one project done so that I could get it edited for this playlist. Then I decided, okay, I wanted a little bit more color because I do like color. So I removed one side of the hanger and I put some tape over the edge. And then these beads I bought last year from Amazon. I do believe I have them in my Amazon store. And I thought, okay, so I have that pink plaid ribbon. It'd be really cute to add some pink plaid beads. And then they had these green. Now the green isn't exactly the same color as that celery, but it's close. So I took the rest of, or some of those beads that I had used for the bunny head and the natural beads, and then the green and these pink plaid, and I just alternated them until I got to the end, and then I think I have 20 beads on there, and then I just stapled the last one in the back, and that's all there was. And look how adorable it is. I love those beads on there. It just really, I think, ties it all together. I love how this came out. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. And here is the final reveal. I had so much fun making these, and they were so easy. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope some of you recreate them. And if you do, let me know. I'd love to see it. And so make sure you check out Amanda's channel and check out the playlist. I'm sure you'll get all kinds of Easter inspiration. I will be back again on Sunday. It's going to be my new main day for uploading. So make sure you're ready for that. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.